Death card. Death card is not as ominous and ugly as it seems and feels. It just means an end. Something is coming to an end. It does feel like it's long overdue. It's something that you knew was coming to an end. It does feel like it's a relationship, so I'm not sure if it is a love relationship or if it's someone just in your heart. So I don't like to make blanket statements like that, but it does feel like some sort of friendship, relationship, love relationship can possibly be a marriage or a committed relationship that is coming to an end. Something is changing. And for those that are in a working relationship, it feels like something within that relationship is ending. It could be something was out of balance within the relationship and it is now that is ending. It's coming more into balance. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative or an abrupt ending of your relationship, but it could mean an abrupt ending of a behavior that hasn't been healthy. It can mean that your partner's getting into recovery, something of that nature, but something is ending. It does have the relationship cards here, so I do suspect it may be a heart relationship, not necessarily a marriage ending, but it wouldn't surprise me if there are huge changes, Pisces, coming to your heart space, your relationship love space. And for many of you that are not in a relationship, it could be the end of a cycle of you being single as well. So it is abrupt ending of a relationship around the heart. What crosses you, the Four of Pentacles, and this is kind of the hiding card is what I like to say, going into the cave and hiding. It isn't necessarily extricating yourself from a situation that is negative, but it can mean hiding from what's going on or not looking at it honestly. So make sure that you're looking at things honestly, realistically, before you make any changes, before you create any discussions. Make sure you are looking at this honestly and that you're not running away. This card kind of stands for, be careful. Don't run away from reality. Don't hide away. Deal with these things that you know you need to deal with. What is above you is the 5 and also a 5 on the side here. And 5s can be challenges. This one I like to call crying over spilt milk. It does feel like some big shifts have changed and that you have some sorrow around it. And it may be something that, and the number 3 is coming up, the number 3. So it may be something that has been in your life for 3 years, 3 decades, 3 of some kind, but it does feel like something is coming to an abrupt ending of the way that things have been happening. There is some sorrow around it, and it does feel like you're really protecting yourself and hiding. Come on out, and take a look at what else life is offering you. And it does feel like a huge shift has happened for you. This may be even, I'm feeling like other people coming into the house or shifting of people coming in and out of the house. So it may feel like it's really crowded in your world, and that might be why you're running away. It's a little crowded. So set your priorities, speak your truths with love and kindness. Do not forget that you need some love and care too. Don't give it all away, but it feels like some disappointment and some sorrow. It looks like maybe some expectations of something for the long run didn't turn out the way that you thought it would. Know that we are exactly where we're supposed to be for a place of growth and being in our highest creative essence. Even though there is sadness around this, Pisces, around this shift and this change, you can only change yourself. You cannot change others. So I encourage you to do what you can to help your world and make yourself a priority. But it does look like for many years, you have made others a priority and have been disappointed when things didn't turn out after you put all this energy and love into people, places, and things, and it didn't turn out the way that you wished it to. So it does feel like you will be going through a little bit of sad time if it isn't already happening now. Moving into the Hierophant, that is taking care of your spiritual self. That's taking care of the God of your heart. This is an earth suit that we have, and it carries our spirit. It carries all of our lessons from all of our lives and what we're supposed to learn and what we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to gift out in the world. So that looks like where your focus needs to be, a little bit more towards the big picture instead of the players in the game and the disappointments. It does look like you were very, very frustrated about something that kind of didn't go the way that you thought it would, but now you're having to take a little bit more of the high road. Make some changes if you can, because the Tower is right here. The things that you ignore by running away will explode. Doing nothing is a choice as well. It kind of gives other people the power to create and destroy instead of us putting out there what we would like to have happen. So be careful of the Tower. It is right there. This is a big warning that if you ignore something that you know you have to deal with, it will explode. And usually it explodes in front of the neighbors. So, but the Hierophant is one to kind of take the high road, reestablish the God of your heart, trust in your intuition. It does feel like you are collecting information. Pisces, you are very intuitive, very able to see past kind of the surface stuff and look into the truth of the matter. And, you're very, very in tune psychically. So trust that. If it sounds hinky and everything in your soul is telling you it's hinky, it is hinky, no matter what is being shown to you on the outside. So dig deep. It does look like the surface things have been presented in the past, and that's kind of the stuff that's blowing up in your face. So if it does feel like something is a lie, please trust yourself. Please trust yourself first and foremost. You have been gifted a wonderful innate ability to tell the truth from a lie. You feel it. You feel it. You're a very sensitive sign, and you can tell when somebody's full of jive. So trust that a little bit more. And it does look like you are trusting yourself a little bit more. And as you're pulling back your energy from doing all these things for other people, you're gathering your strength, your power, and your certainty about your gifts and your power and what is your truth and what is not. So if something feels like jive, it is. And this is the card that's telling me yes. I don't know if someone's been lying to you in relationship, whether it's a life partner, whether it's a child, whether it's a parent, but it's someone close to the heart, and it feels like an illusion. Something has been presented to you as a truth, and it is not. So dig deep. If you feel it is not, please trust yourself. And for those things you need to change, and it may be staying in a friendship, because you've had that friendship for 20 years. That might not be healthy for you anymore. And maybe you need to release that friend and let them go on their way and grow separately from you for a while. And you don't. So Spirit will come in and break it all up if you're not supposed to be in line with that person anymore. So it does feel like a bit of growth has happened on your side of the tracks. I'm not sure about the other person involved. It does feel like some resistance to this change. It's been this way for quite a while, so why change it type of thing. But the Tower kind of tells me you need to pay attention to what is very obvious to you, that you're not changing. If you know you need to go to the doctor, you got a cyst or something and it's growing, you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. So get out of your own way a little bit and do the things that you need to do. A little bit of preventative medicine can really save grace in the future. The 2, finding balance, and it does feel like finding balance emotionally. So this situation, this charged situation, feels very emotional. It does feel like there are some half-truths or out-and-out lies that are being presented to you that are not in balance with your positive growth. So see if you can strike up that communication, figure out your next step, what is healthiest for you or what is healthiest within your relationship space. But things are a-changing, and it does look like it's a heart connection. So things need to be communicated, things need to change, things need to be talked about. But it does look like the distribution of energy and distribution of chores, if it in the house, but things are really out of whack. I don't know if one person is paying rent and one person isn't, but something is really out of whack that needs to be discussed and brought back into focus and brought back into balance. It does look like it will be discussed and balanced more and more in the month of August. It is something that has been in your awareness for a number of months, if not a number of years, that needs to be addressed, Pisces. The Emperor is upside down here. This is the basis of this. And the Emperor really stands for being in integrity when people aren't, taking the high road, doing the right thing when all around you are not. So it's upside down. Please do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. Do not trust people's information over your own. Investigate. But it does feel like someone is lying to you to better themselves, and it feels like a manipulation. I'm not sure if it is an outward manipulation or a subconscious manipulation, but something is happening that is not in line with honesty. This can be work related. This can be within a group, within a family, but it does feel like you are being sold a bad bit of goods, shall we say. So if it sounds hinky, it is. And this includes work as well. Ultimately, some healing will come from this situation, but it does feel like you may need to challenge something that feels like a lie. Feels like a lie. So if it's something at work, don't be afraid to, go to your higher ups and present it. But it will affect you if it remains in this kind of false place, that it will affect you in the long run, and it will affect it. It does feel like it'll affect your health if it's not already affecting your health. I'm feeling kind of a heartburny stomach thing that may be coming up. And Spirit is telling me as soon as you speak your truth, it will relieve some of that pressure on your digestive system. The Fool is here. It is right across from the relationships space. And I'm feeling, don't make the same mistakes twice. Don't make the same mistakes twice. Do not start another relationship if you're in a relationship already. Finish what you started. If it's within your relationship, do not make any agreements that didn't work in the past. Make new agreements. Find more balance and equality within all of your relationships. The Fool also stands for take a chance. Take a leap of faith. Try something different. This is the 0 card, so it does feel like you have been given a second chance on something. And it does feel like someone from the past will either come into your awareness, or you will reach out to someone in the past. It does feel like something was incomplete and not completed in prior years that need to either karmically be cleaned up. Could be apologies, could be just owning behaviors or just reconnecting with someone that was very healthy and very good for you that you've kind of let go. Just like reconnecting. But it does feel like this is a second chance of some kind. So don't let that pass you by if there's an opportunity to speak your truth and to clean up something from the past. I encourage you to do so. It does feel like new beginnings, and this feels like one last piece of the puzzle so you can move forward. The Knight of Cups is here. Cups can be water signs. That's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This does feel like it's someone younger than 40, shall we say. There is no gender with knights because there isn't an equivalent female card in the deck, in the Rider-Waite deck. So this does feel like someone who is kind of your cheerleader, who is encouraging you. It does actually feel like a woman, but I don't want to put gender on it, sorry. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, it does feel like somebody who holds you quite dear in their heart, wants the best for you, is very protective, and kind of coming to your aid. You know, knights kind of come to our aid. They also push us into things that we're a little hesitant to try. They're brave. They speak the truth. But this is feeling also that they're very protective. And what I'm feeling is they are reminding you to let the past be the past and move forward into your greatness with new strides, and be brave. Be brave enough to take the challenge. There does feel like some emotional shifts. Cups can be emotions. So it may be something you avoided for a while, speaking to this person or taking their advice, because it would require you to feel some deep things that you're not really willing to feel right now. But it looks like it's going to come up for you anyway, so you might as well. Otherwise, the Tower will do it for you. The Page of Cups is here. That can be children. It can be messages. It's feeling a little bit of both. It does feel like this decision to change the inequality that's going on will affect children. Doesn't necessarily mean it is a negative or a positive connotation. It just means that the changes will affect children in some way. Pages can be messages. Cups are usually messages of love. Can be a marriage. Can be an engagement. It can be taking an emotional leap of faith. And you got the Fool here. So I would say take that emotional leap of faith. Do you owe somebody an apology? Would you like to reconnect with someone that maybe you didn't line up in the past, and now it's time to reconnect with them? The 10 is on one side here, the 10 of Cups. That usually depicts family. There's a lot of emotions going on there. So I do feel a very big shift in family. Could be even your home. Could be a shift in, you could be cleaning out the closets, painting your house. Could actually be a physical move, or redoing the current house that you have. But some shifts and changes are coming. If they already hasn't happened yet, some shifts and changes are coming within the household as well as the family units. So who knows, somebody might be moving in, somebody might be moving out, you might be painting, or actually you may be physically moving to Pisces. But there's a shift in family dynamics as well as the actual physical home, some kind of shift. The 7 of Cups is right here. Boy, you have cups, 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 cups. So it's really time to feel the feels, and do not avoid them, Pisces. And make some decisions based on bettering your life as well. The 7 of Cups here. This is kind of looking at things the way they really are. Don't look at things through kind of rose-colored glasses. It's time to see life as it truly is. We can only make changes from a realistic point. If we make changes based on what we wish it would be, they normally don't work out. So it looks like some fear. You're going to have to put down some fear. You may have to speak some words that you've been resisting. But it does look like changes in the air. Please look at life as it truly is, and instead of how you wish it to be. This is also a card for since things have emotionally shifted and we've had a very large amount of shifts astrologically, which has kind of forced us to revisit how our relationships work, how our, all the nouns I call people, places, and things, to really look at what is working and what isn't. But this is also a card for, creating new desires, new dreams. And, we've made so many changes over the last couple of months, actually the last year and a half or so, that it's time to redo your bucket list. You have changed drastically, so therefore your hopes, wishes, dreams, and desires must change with your growth as well. So that is your general reading, Pisces, for the month of August. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, wait a minute. Let me throw a couple clarity cards. These are Angels in Abundance card. This is another Doreen Virtue, and she just brings it on home with a sentence or a word. These are new to me, so there's writing on them. I will read them. Partnership. So it does look like your partnership is being a bit challenged, or moving towards the better, shall we say. It's not always a negative. And release jealousy. So that's always a good thing. There's no place in the world for jealousy. It doesn't move us and project us into positive growth. So let's see what partnership says. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Great. So don't be afraid to step into new partnership also, Pisces. Even if you have been floating along not in a relationship for a while, it feels like your heart is ready to open to others or to make some changes in that heart space, whether it is improving the relationship you're in, releasing it, or being open to a new one. So release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. And if they have it, so can you. So keep that mind positive. Keep that mind positive. Don't slip into the darkness of jealousy, manipulation, lust, all those negative things, envy. You can have anything you put your mind to, Pisces. Trust and believe in your own resources. Trust and believe in your own magic. And that is kind of what Spirit's telling you. Take a step out of kind of this frustrated space for a minute. Make you a priority and move along now. Move along.